experience with using Augmenti of having it talk to you in real time while you're driving and everything?
I thought it was really cool. Whenever I was taking corners, it was like super responsive. There were a couple where I could tell I was hitting corners a little differently. Some I was hitting a little more hot, some I was braking a little more into, and it wasn't like the same response every time. It wasn't like good job, good job, good job. It was really dynamic. I felt it was really responsive on a lot of the turns, especially on the straightaways too. The miles per hour readouts are pretty cool since I don't have really any way of telling how fast I'm going in terms of the actual numbers, so it was really nice.
Yeah, sweet. Is this something that you'd want to use every time that you come, or something like that?
Yeah, I can tell you right now that whenever I was trying to get a faster lap, I was listening on a lot of the straightaways for a lot of like the mile per hour readouts. Whenever it was saying, 25 miles per hour you can do better, 30 miles per hour, 40 miles per hour. I thought that was really cool. So yeah, whenever I come back a lot, that's going to be something, especially in the rental carts, that's something really cool.
Sweet. Yeah, and another thing is we're adding a social aspect as well, right? So if you ever come up with your friends and things like that, it'll talk about your friends when you're in a battle close to them, things like that. Are there any other general features or like things that you wish it was saying that it wasn't saying?
I did like, on this last lap, I was by myself, so I didn't hear, them talk about other carts. Whenever there were other people on the track, it was saying, it was giving me kind of positions of people on the track. The one thing I wish it could say is like lap time. So whenever I pass the checkered, if it would say, like last lap 44 seconds, or 44 point whatever seconds.
Yeah.
I think that, and then like any time gained or time lost. I think that would be insanely cool. Because especially on these carts, on the rental carts, I don't have any kind of screen or anything that tells me, how I'm going or any telemetry. So I think that would be really, really simple. Like average time, last lap, and then like time difference between the last laps.
And one of the things of the system as well is now that we have you in the system, every time you come back, it'll remember your historical performance. It'll even start to remember how you're handling specific turns, specific straightaways. And so we can comment, historically you're a little anxious on this turn, right? Let's try to like lock it in and pull it a little tighter.
Right.
So do you think, as well, as it grows to learn more about you and as it forms, a better understanding about who you specifically are as a driver, and even launches beyond just arcade mode, right, where it's just giving you points, it can give you general commentary and coaching and still provide you a lot of those things.
Right.
So do you think it knowing more about you is going to make it better in the future?
I think for specific drivers, I think maybe for arcade mode, I think it's pretty cool. I think one of like a really cool feature that it could have is where there could be different like types of it. Where if there's like arcade mode, then there could be like a competition mode to where instead of like a point system, it's way more based on time. And I think then for people who are wanting to be really competitive or coming to the racing league, that would be something super beneficial, because then instead of say points that they're hearing stuff about time. They're hearing if they're like how much slower they are from the person in front of them, person behind them, if they're losing time, if they're gaining time, what the person's time is in front of them, behind them, laps, average speed. I think stuff like that could be really, really cool, especially if you're in a more competitive setting, because it tracking the data about you. I think that would be really, really sick.
Sweet. And then the other thing is, just in general, it's not normal. Some people listen to music while they drive, of course, but it's not normal to hear a voice talking to you while you're driving, right? Did you find that it helped you be more immersed or more engaged in what you were doing?
I feel like it did. There were some turns where, I'm not gonna lie, whenever I was going through them, just because of what I did with my head, it kind of, the earbud kind of fell out a little bit, but it wasn't something that like took me out of racing. It wasn't something where I was like oh, it's distracting, I'm getting distracted. But of course that's just me. Some people might they might need complete silence when they're racing. They might like listening to music, so for them it's no problem. For me personally, I thought it was pretty good. I liked it.
Sweet.
Would you what do you think of the voice?
I thought the voice was cool. It was very, very kind of set the tone. It was like, "Are you ready?" I was like, "Oh, okay, cool, yeah." So, all right, this is gonna be nice. Yeah, I thought it was fine. I thought it was cool.
And for the the race that you had just now, was there anything that you felt like they're saying it too much, or something that you wanted to dial down, or some immediate?
For arcade mode, if it's more of a casual race or like you're racing with friends, I thought everything was tuned pretty good. I really liked the responsiveness. Whenever I would take a turn, it wasn't like I'd take a turn and then like 10 seconds later I'm on a straightaway and it's like great turn, you know, where I can tell there's like a lag to it and then it's just distracting. It was pretty responsive, pretty nice. Volume wasn't too loud. I thought the volume was good, especially because the kart's loud, you know, and then if you're in a turn, your tires are making noise, so it's good that it's a little bit louder in the ears. So yeah, I thought the voice was good.
Awesome.
Sweet. I think that's it. Appreciate it,
Cool.
man.
All right, awesome.
All right.
Thank you guys.
Congrats.
Grab that.